I've spent a lot of my life being seen, but midlife has taught me that being seen and being known are not the same thing. I used to be on breakfast radio. I was a television presenter. I was a contestant on Australian Survivor. And for a really long time, I was used to being seen, heard, recognized, or known for a certain version of myself. But midlife, don't you just love when that comes along? And it has a very different way of asking a different question, and that is, who am I now? So this video is not about chasing fame, youth, or even another public identity. This is about what happens when you realize that the life that you built, it no longer fully fits the woman that you're becoming now. So this is not about becoming someone else. It's about coming back to yourself with more intention, more confidence, and self-esteem. Curate by Caren is for women in midlife who are ready to rethink their identity, your confidence, your style. It's discovering where you are now and where you want to be in the future. It's for women who know that you're not done yet, but you don't know exactly what's going to come next. It's important to know that I am not here as a perfect expert with everything perfectly polished and complete, but I am here as a woman curating her own next chapter, and I'm helping other women do the same. For 10 years, I worked as a breakfast radio host, and that meant really early mornings. Can my eyes just show that to you? It's constant energy, it's connection, it's humor, it's discipline, it's showing up even when life behind the scenes is not perfect. And radio taught me how to connect with people very quickly and honestly. It taught me the power of voice, storytelling, timing, and trust. Then there was Australian Survivor, completely different, and it tested me in a completely different way. My life kind of split into before Survivor and life after Survivor, because it strips away your comfort. It shows you what you're made of, but it also shows you how vulnerable that you really are. Both radio and Australian Survivor gave me visibility, being a television presenter as well, but they also taught me something really important, that public confidence and private confidence are not always the same thing. Sometimes the hardest identity to outgrow is the one that other people still admire. When people know you from a particular role, they often hold on to that version of you. They remember who I was on air, on screen, in a team, in a relationship or a career, or even just a particular season of my life. But as women, we change. We've evolved through motherhood or career shifts, relationship changes, menopause, let's not get started on that one, disappointment, personal growth, more and more. And sometimes the outside world still sees the old version, while on the inside, you know that something is shifting. And that can feel confusing. You can look totally capable from the outside and still feel like you're privately asking, like, where did I go? So midlife is not the end of your relevance. It's the beginning of your most intentional chapter. Midlife is often talked about as a crisis. Not for me. I don't see it that way. I see it as a curation point. It's this stage where we get to ask ourselves, well, what stays? What goes? What matters? Who am I becoming? For many women, midlife brings this strange combination of capability and uncertainty. You may have achieved a lot. You may have held families, careers, businesses, relationships, and responsibilities all together. But at the same time, you may have felt tired, invisible, overwhelmed, or disconnected from yourself. That doesn't mean that you are broken. It means that you're being invited to re-curate your life. So most influencers, they show the finished image. I want to show the reinvention process. There are already so many influencers online, like, oh my goodness. There's women showing outfits and wellness routines, beauty tips, the AI stuff, everything you could think of with their morning routines. So why would I even add my voice? Because I'm not here to perform a perfect life. I'm not here to pretend that I've never struggled with identity or confidence or reinvention. I've done that several times. Aging, visibility, or starting again. I'm not interested in influence for influence's sake. I'm interested in helping women like you feel less alone and more equipped. My difference is lived experience. I've lived visibility. I've lived reinvention many times. I've led people. I've performed confidence, and I've had to ask who I am without the old title, the old role, or the old version of myself. I'm not starting over with nothing. I'm starting again with everything that I've learned. So there comes a point where you realize the next chapter cannot be built from the same identity that carried the last one. For me, this chapter has been about asking deeper questions. What do I really want? What kind of woman do I want to become? How do I want to spend my time? And what do I want to create? How do I use all of my past experiences without being trapped by it? That is where Curate by Caren began. It came from the belief that women in midlife, we're not starting from scratch. We're starting from wisdom, but we need space and structure and support and permission to become visible to ourselves again. The Curate by Caren brings together identity and your confidence, style, your well-being, your personal brand with practical AI tools and support for women who are ready to start their next chapter. Curate by Caren is built around the idea that your life can be intentionally curated. Your confidence can be rebuilt. Your style can reflect who you're becoming. Your health and your energy can support the life that you want, and your voice and your personal brand can become clearer. Your home, routines, habits, digital tools that can reduce your mental load instead of adding to it. And yes, I believe AI has a massive place in this conversation, not because women need another thing to master, but because AI can help reduce the invisible workload that many women have created for years. It can help us with planning, clarity, content, business organization, learning, and decision making. Used well, AI can give us back time, space, and capacity. You don't need to become a different woman. You need to remember the woman you are, then curate the life that supports you. This is for the woman who looks fine on the outside but feels restless on the inside. It's for you who have achieved many things but quietly wonders what comes next. It's for the woman who feels too young to disappear but too wise to chase trends that don't fit you. And the woman who wants to feel stylish, current, healthy, confident, and purposeful again. The woman who wants to use modern tools like AI, but does not want to feel overwhelmed or left behind. The woman who spent years supporting everyone else and is now asking, well, what about me? The woman who knows that she is not done. On this channel, I'll be sharing the real process of midlife reinvention. We'll talk about your confidence, your identity and style, well-being, leveraging AI for your personal branding, lifestyle design, and starting again. Some videos will be practical and some will be very personal. Some will be about tools and strategies. There'll be more about the emotional side of becoming visible again. And this will not be a channel about pretending that life is perfect. It's going to be a channel about becoming more intentional, more confident, more current, and more you. If any part of this resonated with you, I really want you to know that you're not behind, you're not too old, and you're not invisible. And you're not starting from nothing. That was a big thing for me. You are standing at one of the most powerful points in your life where you actually get to choose what comes next. You don't have to do it alone. So Curate by Caren is my next chapter. But I hope it becomes a place where you feel inspired to begin yours too. You're not here to disappear. You're here to create and curate what comes next for you. And please comment below and tell me what version of yourself that you're ready to outgrow.